crowd yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front the backstage yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan. Daddy Bengals, that's the team we're gonna see. Now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gonna be suing. Other rappers is bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time.
Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Today, the first of 3 on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Jordan Mason. Touchdown, Tennessee. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow gonna open by putting it up. He'll look loose. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Play action now. It's Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Jermaine Burton, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Second and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
I'm fine, ready?
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
Big 13.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. The outside, it's looked in by Chase. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up fourth down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 94 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Gun. Got.
They bring Chase in motion. They throw that, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Here we go. Wide 80. Playing touch.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Complete. He's to the 15, and he will go all the way. to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Now return coming from the 7. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 11, Tommy. Back.
And he'll get about 5.
The ball carried by number 22. Alexander Lane on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
180.
Throwing is Burrow. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
It's a gain of 10.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Now, Burrow. There's Fant open right side. Look at the big man go. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. That is a big play for Cincinnati. An even 40 yards.
First down, Bengals.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
On first down, Burrow. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
At the 6-yard
That's already 2 catches for this guy. We haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
11 MT paint.
To throw is Burrow. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, they get some points here and cut into the lead. I don't know. You've been there. Do you feel the pressure even though it's the first quarter, given what the score is?
I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, is you just can't start chasing. You can't come out of your game plan this early here in the first quarter. Just keep chipping away, keep putting together good possessions. Now, they find themselves trailing by this much here in the 3rd and 4th quarter. That changes everything.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
35, it's 1st and 10.
19 Lions, 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
From the gun, here's Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 2nd down, here's Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10.
Viking 18.
They'll run it with Tony Collins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
At the 27-yard line.
On the jump. Here we go. Start. Ready.
Again, it's Pollard. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ready.
They'll run here with Pollard. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. Titans football here to start quarter number 2 as they come up now on 3rd and 7.
Ready, set. Let's go now. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Ward. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Tennessee. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And he's done a great job at the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle of the big target. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
The 1st down throw for Burrow. The middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 5.
It's your set. Stop.
Burrow. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Watch the eyes of this quarterback, Mike. He understands as he goes from his 1st to his 2nd read, there's no reason to force something downfield. Check the ball down, get it in the hands of your running back, and pick up a positive play.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11. Ready. Race up.
They bring Chase in motion. That is brought in. And he's into the end zone. Jermaine Burton. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Bengals 17. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Showing off the big legs. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Now, 1st down throw for Ward. Open man is Jameson Williams. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the 1st down with that one. Shotgun snap for Ward. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. Hit. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80.
The Titans will use the 1st of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Here we go. Ready?
Now it's Ward. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Okay, ready?
turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Ready up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 60.
Ward gonna tap this one forward.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Ward. He's got his tight end, that's Helm. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Safety gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
That one caught is Jim Ray DK. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Japanese.
They'll try and run for the 1st down with Pollard. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's taken in, and he'll get into the end zone. Jamison Williams, touchdown Titans.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Wide 80. 11, 11, 11.
On first and 10, Burrow. That'll be intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On one, ready? 11, 11. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by Jamil Dean.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
On first down, Ward. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Demetrius Knight. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Get it.
Throwing, Ward. With his receiver, that's DK. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. 31 yards.
Got it. Ready?
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
18 card. Ready?
From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Christian Izzias there to bring him down.
Pick up the 3. Brings up second and 7.
They face second down and 7.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll run once more. And it's Pollard again. And he'll work this down inside the 35. It was Cam Taylor-Britt with the tackle.
Brings up third and 4.
Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Here's a third down and 4.
Tag. Hawk 70. Hawk.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up fourth and 1.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This one from 49. Carlson's kick is good. And the Titans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Daniel
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Gun. 12. Ready? Start.
The third quarter begins with a run. And he gets this up close to the 40. Terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
Second and 39 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
11 MT, take. 11. Here we go.
Burrow now. The outside, it's hooked in by Chase.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Now a handoff, running right. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Start.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll take this down to the 47. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Start. 180. Start.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one taken in by Burton. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's get set. Start.
Up the middle they go. Good running inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down. 15-yard pickup there. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy. But if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
12. Start.
On 1st down, Burrow. He'll get this out to the left flat. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 19-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Gun. Start. Start.
Now, Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the ground. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
To throw is Burrow. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
He's got to find find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Here we go, here we go. 180, stop.
Burrow here on second down. To the goal line and in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add two.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up for the
Stop.
Higgins
conversion.
sent in motion.
Stop.
Play action now. It's Burrow. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the two-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Whoa! They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Out of the gun, Ward. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Come on, come on.
From the gun, here's Ward. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And no chance to down this one. He carries deep into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's get set. 11, stop. 180.
Here's Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins Higgins has the catch. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
11. Gun.
The handoff out of the gun. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal. It is a first down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks.
Here we go.
That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow now to throw on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Cedric Gray. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
70, Hawk 7, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll run. This is Mason. And this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but he does show you that make-you-miss ability that he has.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Go! Liking it.
And he's in! Jim DK. Touchdown, Tennessee. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go, take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On 2, ready?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll begin here on the ground. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rough right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
11. Ready? Start.
They go play action for Burrow. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. They hit another 17. Back-to-back plays of 17 yards. And another first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 5.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. Short one there to his tight end, Fan. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, let's give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground. And they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Burrow. That one taken in by Burton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 3 at the Titans' 12-yard line.
Second down, they need 3.
Here we go.
Burrow. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Job there on that return, gives them breathing room up past the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready, set. Ready,
A run. And here's Mason. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From the 33, here's second and 8. On the ground is Mason. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Ready, ready.
On third down, here's Pollard.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
On one, ready? Here we go.
Drive will start on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Fought through that first contact. They'll bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
8. 11.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
On 2. Here we go.
Burrow working in the pistol. To the left side. Caught by Chase. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
On 1, ready? 11, gun. Shot. Wide 80.
They bring Chase in motion.
Shot.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He gets that to his big target there. They get 19 on that pass play. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
On 1, ready?
It is 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Shot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's to the right side for Burton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
22 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
22 yards. And the Bengal first
Here
down.
we go. Shot.
Burrow, RPO, get it to Chase. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Burrow. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. Noah Fant was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's get set. Shot.
Burrow. It is brought in the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up for the
11.
conversion.
Shot.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
52. Bengals 31. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready? Let's go.
Now a give up the middle. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Lions.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
You feel alive, like you can have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had enough. You still feel paralyzed about friends and 7 kids ain't had enough. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a life with no love?
So, it's a win here for the Titans. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host a game in the division.